Hello, and welcome to the channel. And in today's video, I want to talk about the October community update that dropped 5 hours ago. Now, I have read it, and truth be told, I am a little bit disappointed. So let's get straight into it. Now, pretty much it starts off talking about there's going to be a new boss called the Tyranid Prime. Pretty much talks about, describing it and whatnot. And then you'll be able to make this phone in Reclamation, which is the map, what the map is called. So patch 11 and Reclamation update is planned for the end of November. Stay tuned for the precise release date. Now, this is like a main reason why I am bummed out, because waiting for the end of November is kind of a drag, if you want me to be completely honest. Now, if you are unaware, the PTS does end on November 4th. So I don't really see any reason for it to be releasing at the end of November. Now, I do understand that they probably do need to take in community feedback and implement some changes that the community do want. For example, with the heroic weapons, some heroic weapons are not great. For example, the heroic heavy bolt pistol does need a change. But I'm not a game developer, but I'm pretty sure it should not be taking that long for those sorts of changes to be happening. So, for example, the siege mode update that, dropped on 26th of June, the PTS was released on June 6th, and I'm pretty sure it lasts for around a week or two, ending on June 15th, around there. And it ended, and the update dropped on June 26th. So I don't understand why we have to wait till the end of November when the PTS ends on November 4th. So you pretty much have to wait another 3 to 4 weeks for the updates, which is kind of crazy. The latest anniversary update, that was the latest patch, or big patch, sorry, that dropped on September 4th. So you're pretty much going to wait around 3 months for one patch, which I find kind of ridiculous. But if we need to wait that long, I guess we need to wait that long. Now it talks about the upcoming DLCs, which you already know, the Blood Angels Champion Pack and the Salamanders Cosmetic Pack. And this one did cause a little bit of a riffraff, and I do completely understand the anger that's coming from the Salamanders, because you got shafted twice. But anyways, let's just go over the the pictures that they put up. So here you go. Pretty much just shows the armor, and I do like this Blood Angels champion. It does look pretty neat, pretty nice. You are able to change the color, by the way, I'm pretty sure. Then it talks about the Salamanders Cosmetic Pack, and this is where another letdown kind of happens, because while the shoulder pads and I guess the back part does look good, the helmet is kind of disappointing, along with the chest piece. Now, you do not get a chest piece with this Salamanders Cosmetic Pack, which is kind of crazy in my opinion. And do not quote me on this. I don't know if you do get any leg armor customization as well. I don't know if you do, but you only really get helmet, the shoulder pads, and the back. Now, the shoulders do look pretty good, the shoulder armor pads, but this helmet is okay. But the fact that you do not get a chest piece is ridiculous. Now, you've pretty much shafted the Salamander community twice now with the Sniper Champion Pack. I don't know who thought of that, but yeah, that's crazy. And you kind of got shafted twice. So I do feel sorry for the Salamander fans. You guys probably pretty pissed off right now, and I completely understand and I completely agree. All I ask Saber Interactive is please do not do the Iron Hands the same way you have treated the Salamanders, because the Iron Hands haven't gotten jack shit for a year now, and we aren't going to get anything for a couple months now, because the Iron Hands chapter pack is dropping on probably March, April. So yeah, we pretty much are going to have to wait a year and so to get anything. So please do not do us like you have done the Salamanders, otherwise I will be fucking pissed. All right, so maybe when the PTS ends, they should, and I mean they should, change the chest piece to something different, and you only get 4 successor chapter packs, that being the Dark Krakens, the Dragon Spears, the Black Vipers, and the Covenant of Fire. Now, I do not know how many successor chapter packs the Salamanders or successors Salamanders do have, but I feel like 4 is a little bit low. Unless they actually have 4 successor chapters, then I guess I understand. But I've heard that people are a little bit upset because not only did they get shafted with the cosmetic pack, they also got shafted with the successors chapters as well. Results of the event, it pretty much talks about the Mutila Vortex Beast, how we took out 400,000 of them. And then it talks about how you're able to customize your champion or your class in PvP, which is good. I don't understand why PvE can't get chaos customizations, because again, we already have heretic cosmetics in the PvE, and I pretty much have made a video on or recorded a video on stuff I would like to see in Space Marine 2, and I pretty much talk about it, and that's going to be released in like 2 days from now. So yeah, and then it talks about the public test server, how it's still ongoing, and then we have results of the community votes. We were eager to know which PvE operation was your favorite. With 265 votes, Decapitation is your favorite operation so far. And this is another reason why I'm kind of annoyed at Saber Interactive, because it's like, why are we not letting the community know that there is a community vote? I don't understand why it's solely on this website. You didn't let anyone know on Discord, which majority of the people are on, that there is a community vote on which PvE operation was your favorite. The fact that only 265 people vote on Decapitation kind of says a lot about how many people voted. I'm pretty sure there's no more than 500, 600 votes on this community vote, which is crazy, because these sorts of votes can dictate the which way Space Marine, like which direction Space Marine 2 heads in, right? And the fact that majority of the community did not know, it's kind of crazy. I guarantee you 95% of the player base did not know that there was a community vote on this. So Saber Interactive, you need to communicate a little bit better, because the fact that nobody knew about this, or like not a whole lot of people knew about this, is kind of crazy in my opinion. And then it pretty much talks about a giveaway that pretty much takes place, and it pretty much tells you how you can enter. And then this is pretty much, I guess, the most interesting bit about the community update. It pretty much talks about remove stratagem currency, remove accolades, or make accolades tradable with requisition points so they can be farmed. Now, the main reason why people want, accolades to be bought with a requisition point is so people actually have something to spend their requisition points, because currently we do not have anything to spend the requisition points on apart from prestiging, which is 750 requisition points. And I have, again, the video that I made on things I would like to see in Space Marine 2. It kind of talks about a way that we can spend our requisition points. So yeah, so they pretty much say currently removing accolades or making them possible to trade with requisition points is not planned. However, as we stated in the September community update, we will implement different ways to earn accolades in the future. So I don't know whether that's siege mode or operations. We will see. Maybe like what's it called, the data vault, maybe. I don't know. So allow all classes to use the Space Wolves Champions First shoulder pads. Have less class restrictions, so which class can use the Space Wolf Champion shoulder pads. The reason behind locking the Space Wolf shoulder pads is because Phobos armor cannot be used on Tacticus or Gravis armor, law reasons, plus it simply doesn't fit. Now, them talking about law reasons is stupid in my opinion, because if we're basing it on law reasons, then 3 Space Marines cannot take down a Hive Tyrant, 3 Space Marines cannot take down a Trigon, 3 Space Marines cannot take down a Vortex Beast, 3 Space Marines cannot take down a Hierophant, 3 Space Marines cannot take down a Demon Engine, 3 Space Marines cannot take down a Neurothrope, 3 Space Marines cannot take down a Hellbrute, and 3 Space Marines cannot take down a Carnifex. So I don't understand why they're talking about law reasons. I don't know if it's Saber Interactive just being lazy, or it's just... Well, actually, I don't think they're being lazy. I think it's more Games Workshop saying law reasons, which is stupid as fuck in my opinion. But yeah, what you're asking actually implies creating a new shoulder pad for Tacticus and Gravis armor sets. We are going to do that for the most popular champion parts, and Space Wolf shoulder pad is one of those. So I guess that's good, more customizations. Power Axe for Tactical and Space Wolf cosmetic for Tactical. We are thinking of something cooler and more complex than that. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think this is going to be, because I feel like this is like the most interesting bit of the community update. And it says add Mark 7 without laurels. Yes, we are planning to add the laurel-less version of the helmet in an upcoming update. And then training sim arena, add some kind of training simulator. Shooting range to the battle barge. Yes, we are planning to expand the battle barge in this way. And we already knew that. So yeah. That is it for this community update. Like, if you want me to be completely honest, I kind of feel like it was a letdown. I kind of wish they kind of teased more onto like probably the boss fight maybe of the Trigon. All they pretty much said is you're going to be fighting 2, which we already fucking knew that. So yeah, I maybe like describe what we might do, because like in terms of it being a surprise, you kind of already pretty much like ruined patch 11 with this PTS. Now I do understand why PTS do happen. So obviously the game it's going to be released, or the patch is going to be released in a good state. But obviously, knowing Saber, the patches are never released in a good state, even with a PTS. So yeah, but kind of does take away the surprise of the patch. And yeah, I feel like, you know, even if you did tease a little about the Tyranid Prime, it would have been nice to like maybe give us some screenshots or something like that. At least give us some sort of hints as to what we might expect when going into this Tyranid Prime boss fight. But yeah, now we have to wait pretty much till the end of November, which is probably around the 20th to the 30th probably. So yeah, kind of disappointing. I kind of wish it was mid-November, because we're going to have to wait pretty much 3 months for patch 11, which kind of does suck. But yeah, let me know your thoughts of the community update. Let me know your thoughts of patch 11. Are you satisfied? Are you dissatisfied? Do you agree with the stuff I said? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I am out. Peace.